to our voicemail system. You have reached the mailbox of 2001. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, press pound or simply hang up.
Yes, my name is Roshan Evans. I am out on bond and I am doing my weekly check-in. Thank you. I'm gonna have to call them back later.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. Is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options. To send a fax, press 4 now. To leave a callback number, press 5.
Hi, attorney Kurt Gimberger. My name is Roshan. I have court Monday, and I notice you will be representing me for failure to register. If you can give me a call back at your earliest convenience at 713-231-6131. Again, at 713-231-6131. I would like to talk to you, if possible, before I go to court Monday morning. Thank you. Now, following me through my life, you will not only get just the bad, the embarrassing, but you will get the bad, the embarrassing, as well as the good. And today, I will be graduating from HEC in political science. I'll be walking across the stage in a few hours, and I will be continuing my education to go and get my BA in political science right before I prepare myself for the LSAT. So, now, let's go graduate. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Pretty good.
Hey, listen, I tried calling you like they appointed me to your case 2 or 3 days after you were in court. I tried calling you from the number from the offense report, but I guess that was the wrong number. Anyway, so yeah, we have court Monday morning.
Okay. Yeah, I know. Court Monday morning at 9. So you didn't have this number on the report?
Well, I haven't looked. I mean, since you called me this morning, I haven't checked my files. But whatever number there was, I called and I left a message. I just either assumed it was the wrong number, you didn't get it or something. But anyway, now I've got your number.
Yeah, I probably didn't check it.
Anyway, let me ask you something. Did you register?
I registered.
Can you prove it?
I registered before this all happened. I've been in compliance with the state, and the problem actually.
Well, bring me your paperwork on Monday, okay?
Okay.
Okay, because they make mistakes a lot, and if you don't they issue an ID card or something?
Yes, I have my blue card, and that's why I was calling you to see if we can get this case dismissed, because the problem has already fixed itself.
Well, what do you mean it's fixed itself? If you registered after you got arrested, that's not going to do it.
No, I've been registered with the state. I've been in compliance since I've been in Texas.
Well, why don't you do this? Why don't you take pictures of all that paperwork you've got, your card, any paperwork, anything that can prove it, anything that you've got that will prove it, and text it to me, and I'll look at it over the weekend, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right. So just text me all that stuff, and then I'll see you on Monday, okay?
All right, see you on Monday.
All right, bye-bye. That doesn't prove you registered. That's just a card.
That's the card they tell us that's our proof of registration. That's a proof of registration blue card. That's what that is.
But wait a minute. I need a date on it. You've got to register within certain dates. That doesn't have a date.
They don't put dates on the blue cards, but it's a phone number. If you would like to talk to my registration officer to see when I was registered, because that's what they give us for proof of registration.
Okay. All right. Well, for some reason,
you could check online.
Here's the problem. Let me tell you something what happened years ago. Okay. They swore that the guy hadn't registered. They called down to the officer. The officer swore he didn't register. You know, like you're saying, your author, he says, no, he never registered. And lo and behold, the guy, the defendant, had paperwork at his house with a date, and they give you paperwork telling you when you're supposed to come back and that you understand and that you're registered. He had all that stuff at home whenever the people, his officer, like your officer, and the police department said he never registered. He had all this paperwork proving he registered. So they mess things up all the time. So I don't know what's going on, but they told them that you haven't registered and that I don't have a piece of paper saying you registered. A phone number doesn't mean you registered. That's not proof. Yeah. They're supposed to give you paperwork that you sign and they give you a copy of when you register. You don't? Can you find that?
The only paperwork that they give us as proof of registration is blue cards. The only time they give you actual paperwork is when it's your first time registering. If it's not your first time registering, the only thing you have is a blue card. That is your proof of registration.
All right, okay, let me ask you this. I got you. What are we going to do when that man who has told them you haven't registered says he didn't register?
No man told them anything. This was the school. The school.
No, the police had to look it up.
Right.
Look, here's the deal. Listen.
Hold on.
Call that officer. I want you to call. Can you call that officer and tell them that you want a copy of when you went in to register of the paperwork and ask him how to get it, how he can give it to you?
Okay. I have.
Don't you sign something, right? When you go in there, don't you sign something proving you were there to them?
Yeah, I have somebody that want to ask you a question. 1 second.
Excuse me. Okay, sir. So I wanted to, because I see that there's a little bit of confusion in regards to proof of registration. In the original instrument, the charging instrument, and the warrant that went out for Roshan, it acknowledges that he was in compliance with the city of Houston. If you read it, it says that he was in compliance with the city of Houston, but he hadn't checked in with the school within the first 7 days. So the documentation, if you go to the very first instrument that was filed on November 16th, you read.
Hang on. Let me get to it, okay? Hang on.
You want to sit here?
Okay. Did he register with them?
With the city of Houston?
No, with the Houston Community
So
College.
not at the time of registration. Right. What he did was acknowledged that he was in school with his officer. At the registration office, they're supposed to, I guess, put it into the system of some sort and maybe tell him to check in. He hadn't. He did acknowledge that talking to, various faculty, of his situation, they are aware of it, but he did get picked up from it. The school told him he could.
Let me look at it. I've never seen them file charges like this before in my life.
I understand. So I want to also want you to understand that what the school did was tell him that he couldn't come back to school until he went to check in with the officer. Once he went to check in with the officer, and that is paperwork that he can show you. So the school has already said, hey, you have to go check in with the officer. Once you check in with the officer, you're fine to come back to school. He checked in with the officer, and he's been able to re-register with the school. And we did a public records request that will show you the dates and all the things that show when he was back in school. So that when Roshan said that the situation took care of itself, it has taken, the school has acknowledged, okay, this was an oversight. Yes, we have to let the police know if this was an oversight, but the school already said this is what you need to do to get in compliance, and he went and he was able to get in compliance. So it should take care of itself, because it just seems like unnecessary resources being wasted in judicial.
I know.
So,
okay, I'm with you. Let's see how reasonable these people are in this courtroom, okay?
Yeah.
If they're reasonable, they'll just let it go. If they're unreasonable, then we might have some problems. I'm going to have to look into it. Now, when he's supposed to report, who's he supposed to report to in school?
So if you look at the law, it's really weird. And can be confusing. If you look at the statute in, chapter 62, it's really weird. He's supposed to check in with whoever officer or authority, and with HCC, so like the state has made this a preference. The school doesn't put these students on notice that they have to go to a particular place. Like there's one place on the whole school website, because I did a whole bunch of research. There's only one place. It's not any of the student handbooks that tell them that they have to go register and check in. It's not in any of the other documentations given out to the school. There's no notices sent out. It just says on the actual police website that as of I think 2016, they have to go to a particular place to check in with the officer on Carolina Street. If you look at the actual state statute, Are they supposed
to report to the,
like a police officer?
The campus security,
Yeah.
Define it. The campus security or...
Like a public safety. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something like that. It's a public safety or campus security officer.
Yes, that's what it says in the statute. But then it also says, and that's why I said it can be confusing, because it says if there's not one available, you check in with the city or the municipality and where you're supposed to register. But it also says if you go to school, then you don't have to check in with the city or the municipality, which is confusing, because if he had never checked in with the city, he would definitely be in trouble regardless. And so I think there's a bit of an issue there where it seems like, oh, if I go and check in and I tell my officer this is what's going on, this is what's happening, and they put the school on notice, or it feels like you need to just say check in with both versus one or the other.
Right. Well, it looks like all he has to do is check into central registration, and he did that, right?
That's correct, as is acknowledged in the report.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And we did ask for documentation.
He is checked in with that would be the police department. He's checked in with the police department.
He checks in with them regularly and has been doing so ever since he was released in 2014 or 2015.
Okay. Yeah, because it. This is going to get all crazy. But does he have anything that says he registered with the city? I mean, if he did, but sure.
We asked at the registration office, and we'll have to, what the gentleman said, what his officer said is we're gonna have to do a public records request to get the actual documents from Austin. And that's the same thing that the school said. The school also said that they had to, do a public records request for him to get it. We did that. He'll be able to pick that up from the public records request, today that acknowledges that he registered with the school.
The sooner we have that, if I can give that to them to prove to them that he's actually registered, that's gonna, it's gonna
Yeah,
speed things up.
yeah, they'll go ahead and show when he was able to get registered with the school. The school had to do an investigation. I'll print out all of the things that happened with the school. It's in his email. We'll go ahead and pick up the public records request from the school, but because now we have to just wait for the other one to come in from Austin, what we might be able to do is try to get the registration officer to sign an affidavit stating that, he has been in compliance, he had registered on time, with them, and that we're waiting.
He probably won't do that, but if he's going to be at work on Monday, and we tell him that the DAs might call him to verify it, that may help speed things up.
Yeah, I think the DAs did call him. That's why it says it in the warrant when they put the police report. They did call him, and he verified. That's why it's in the report that he's in compliance with the city of Houston, and he's still in compliance. But we'll still see if we can get some other additional information if necessary.
Okay, all right, perfect.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Well, good. Well, then I tell him I'll see him on Monday morning. Make sure he goes to the right courthouse, okay?
Got it.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
You know what? For some reason, I ain't really feeling him.
He just don't know what to do. He just hasn't looked at anything.
He had over a month.
Right, but I think this is a problem with public defenders. This
They're
is
not
why I have an
paid.
issue. It's not even about them not being paid. It's about them being overloaded, and they have way too many cases that they can actually handle to give real legal assistance. And this is a problem. And this is why you saw all these people getting upset saying, hey, why are you giving so much money to the prosecutors? Why would we give $20 million to Kim Ogg to hire additional prosecutors when we have public defenders who need this? They need, I have friends, and I think public defenders are trying to do what they can do. They get paid a salary. They don't get paid for you. They do get paid a salary. It can be a decent salary. They just don't have the resources, and they're put at a disadvantage. The state of New York is changing that because, see, what happens is the prosecution been looking at this from the day that it came in from the police department. They get all the evidence they get for any case. Public defenders, this man, he got this well after the fact. It's at the bottom of his million stacks of other shit. Thank God we checked to see, because he would have been talking to you for the first fucking time, and we would have had this issue on the day of. And this happens too much. And I think that they have to become better advocates for what it is that they need. But they look, I don't got time to be doing the grassroots advocating. That's why things like Pure Justice exist. We have to be the voice that says, you are setting up indigent people for failure because you're setting up the legal access to legal counsel for failure. These people don't have time to go out and protest and be all out in the street because they got too much shit to do.
Right.
And so all he doing is going off off of memory. He's like, okay, we need this, let me just try to get as much done. Just give me some paperwork. If we get proof, I can go in there and I can say whatever needs to be said. I'm already going to I've helped him so much today that let him breathe a little and can move on. I already have enough because I've been looking at this since the beginning of what he can say. They need to go ahead and ask for a dismissal. because the law is not in your hands.
Right. Because when I brought up dismissal,
right,
he was like a
right. Well, because he doesn't understand that. He doesn't understand. Like you said, I've never seen this before. It's really a ridiculous thing.
My officer said that this is
Right.
shouldn't be.
Right. But the thing is asking for a dismissal. He has to ask for it in a way because the law is not on your side. You did not do what you were supposed to do. And because the law is not about intent but about knowledge, like they can prove that you had knowledge. You were supposed to do this within 7 days because you signed your little, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. That satisfies that requirement. They can send you away if they want to. They can just boom. He has to go and say, punishing this man at this point in time when the situation has resolved itself, they have done what needed to be done out of a judicial recourse. We need to not utilize any of our resources. Stop clogging up the courts with this and stop punishing people just to punish them. This is a done deal. It is fixed. He registered with the school. He's in compliance with the city. What else do you want? We are punishing somebody who is trying to be a good citizen, who is trying to take advantage take advantage of second chances and do what they need to do. That is how he's going to have to go in there. And he's going to go in there because I'm going to be in there and tell him to do that. He's not going to listen to you.
I know.
And you also have to understand, because you get hyped up.
People be talking over me, and it's like, dude,
right?
I just sat up here and listened to you talk for 10 minutes.
And you get frustrated.
I do.
You have to learn how to calm down, slow the conversation down, and say, "Sir, I'm trying to explain something to you." And he is. It's early as fuck. He got to go. He's going to court. Who knows what he's going to court for? He probably trying to get together for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Something that he ain't even looked at, a client he ain't never seen. Give him a break.
Give me a break. I'm the one facing time here.
Right. I'm not saying, we understand that you need a break. And we understand that people like you need a break. And a whole bunch of people need a break. Try to put yourself in somebody else's shoes at some times. I think both sides need to do that. But I'm just asking you to understand why he's like the way he is, but also telling you, if y'all start to not get on the same page because y'all both want to say, or he talking over you and then make you get upset, and then you start, being frustrated in the way that you speak, nothing gonna get resolved.
It's not about when we both want to say. It's about when I need to say, because I do my more than fair share of listening. So when is somebody gonna listen to me is the thing. If you ask me a question, let me answer it. And let me finish my answer.
Mm-hmm. Right. But also, I agree. Also it's like, how are you gonna explain what you need to explain? Like, you needed to be able to tell him what I told him, because y'all was not even on the same page. Even if he would have shut up,
because he wasn't listening.
Even if he would have shut up and listened to you, I sat there and listened to you. You said, I registered. With who? I registered with the state.
I sent him a text with the name on there as clear as day. It's the only name on there,
right.
Solomon.
Right, but when he started saying this is not sufficient, is there any proof? You couldn't tell him where to find documentation proof.
I told him he can go online.
You kept saying, right, but you don't know what it say online.
I'm registered.
It only talk about when the last time you check in. It don't show. It show when you checked in recently because you transient, and it show previously when you checked in at Rosenberg. Maybe that might be on there, and it might not be on there. But if you start to scroll down, that's it. It talk about all your other previous years. None of that is helpful because all of those days are after the incident. And you don't have any paperwork because you don't bring none because they don't give you none. You had to be, that's why it's like, let me tell him where he can look that they already acknowledged that you did this, that you was in compliance at the time that the warrant went out. So he can use that to say, well,
what time is it? I just want to know what time it is.
I know. You're right. It's 7:55. We got to go. You got to be there at 7:30.
Right.
Okay. I'm sorry.
About to do it. NRG. What's going on?
Look at you. Congratulations.
Thanks.
You ready?
Thanks. Yeah, I'm
Look at
ready.
you recording everything.
Yeah. Yeah. NRG. Graduation. Let's do it.
In his story, I'm sure it'll be wild. Listen, you don't get your job. It's very artistic. So you know you should just like. If you don't have it, you have I look forward to hearing some great things from you. I look forward to seeing
NRG, baby.
corporation and getting them to change their constitution and bylaws that you have to have shoes on in the company. Because guess what? You're going to make some change. I can't walk barefoot. My feet be hurt now.
The domino effect.
And what are you getting your degree in?
Political science.
Political science. And what are you going to do with that degree?
I'm gonna fight for the people.
Fight for the people where?
For the Pure Justice Organization. It's an organization that deals with post-conviction relief services, and we assist people with case reviews because people don't know how to go about getting records sealed or expunged. So I have a criminal background that will never be sealed or expunged, but it would never stop me from fighting for people that's just like me, that's gonna walk through the same door that I walked through without the support system. We do juvenile mentorship, community outreach, and we host legal awareness classes.
That's what I'm talking about. So you're going into it and making a change.
That's right.
Go make a change, brother. Congratulations, man. Y'all give this brother a round of applause, too.
Doing this thing, I know if I can story, all of you all have been this story. How many people out there have been trying to do this college thing for a long time, and it's finally here?
Woo!
Everybody ready to graduate, make some noise!
Do I sit anywhere?
Yes, let's get some music.
Oh, I probably need to walk around, huh?
Music makes me move.
That's it.
Not with you all the time, so they're gonna ask you for that. What day?
That's how they find out that he needed that.
I know.
They already told him that. Right, Aaron?
That's right. I'm like, what yellow card?
What are you talking about? I don't have that.
My email kind of long, so.
Hey, let me entertain you. You guys can stand section. And as soon as it is over there, you will be able to fight it down. All the person
My mom, get it if I came out of the grade.
Would this affect what line I'm in?
No.
Okay. Okay. And
Keep
I
it
keep
with you.
this one. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Spend it how I like. I am living right.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Thank you.
How'd that come out?
Hey.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you, thank you.
Hold on, y'all getting ahead of me. Go ahead, turn to the audience, whichever direction you want. Of his voice. Thank you in whatever language you choose. Can you do that? Top of your voice. 1, 2, 3. All right. Take your seats. All right, everybody.
Son Felipe Batiste. Graciela Gutierrez. Carla Itzel Allende Quintana. Emily Claire Collins. Sydney Long. Sean Ballard. Sydney Smith. Leslie M. Salazar. Stephanie Cortez. Tiffany Brown. Roshan C. Evans.
Congratulations.
Osadier of the second of the
Good job. Proud of you. Congratulations. Very much.
Congratulations. All right.
Cecilia Conde, Gabriela Heredia Antonio, Freddy Cortez, Bianca Torres.
I certify that those candidates who have completed all of their academic requirements are entitled to receive their respective degrees.
By the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Houston Community College, I hereby confer upon each of you to congratulations. We now signify you moving from a candidate to being a graduate by asking that you move your tassels from the right to the left.
Congratulations to the Houston Community College class of 2019. I want to thank Dr. Maldonado, Dr. Evans Shabazz, and the entire Houston Community College Board of Trustees, the HCC faculty, staff, and administration. Again, congratulations, graduates. Please be seated.
That was real applause. There goes my back again.
I would like to wish upon you the best of luck as you move on to your future goals.
All right.
Members of the audience are asked to please remain seated until the platform party and all of the graduates have exited the arena. This concludes the 2019 Houston Community College commencement ceremony. Congratulations.
All right, we're going. Here you go.
Excuse me. I done it. I did it. This is not the end, but a new beginning. Before I go over to the university and continue my education, I'm really excited, you know, not just for myself, but for everyone. It's so much, thank you. It's so much new potential, you know, newcomers, all these caps and gowns. We are the next step to change. I just hope that everybody that graduated with caps and gowns put their all into everything that they do, that they go full-fledged into whatever they have going. But not only do I hope that they put their all into whatever they do, I hope that they actually put some integrity into whatever they do as well, because we have so many people that's here today that will be the next police officers, judges, lawyers, some type of state or city official. You want to go? And the scale to equality and justice, it really almost seems far-fetched, and it seems almost impossible. But the people that's here, that's graduating from not only this school but other schools, we actually have the power to come in with new faces and change the world.
Yeah.
Growing up, I've had so many parole officers, well, probation officers, I should say, tell me that I couldn't do this and I couldn't graduate. But here I go. I done it.
You did do it.
Okay, yeah, like I was saying, you know, I before I had to go get cleaned up, is that it's so much future potential with all the cap and gowns that, you know, I just hope that everyone put their all into everything that they are doing and have some integrity in everything they're doing, because you will have future judges, future lawyers, you will have future police officers or officers of the court in some sort, probation officers, parole officers, and I know that a lot of people that graduated today maybe have not felt the effects of the law when it comes to certain things, or mistreatment or continuous punishment in certain areas, and that's probably one of the reasons as to why they were able to graduate. I am somebody that, you know, a lot of people wouldn't expect to graduate because of my life issues, in and out of jail, or, you know, just problems growing up. They wouldn't think that somebody like me would actually graduate, but I did, and I'm thankful you know, I'm happy, you know, that I made it, because, you know, I remember one time that I was actually tricked into believing that I couldn't do it. You know, I had, like I was saying earlier, you know, I had probation officers, not a probation officer, but probation officers, one in particular, that would always tell me what I can and cannot do, or, you know, more so what I can't do and what people will not hire me for. And pretty much she would tell me how school for me is pointless because no one will give me a job. But in all actuality, I am the job. You know, if I work hard enough, if I push hard in a certain direction, you know, if I can't do it for myself, I'm certain somebody give me a hand up, because they will see some potential in me, or some kind of benefit that could be used, hopefully for the people and not just themselves. But somebody will give me a chance, and I done it. I made it. I crossed the stage today. I walked the stage, and it felt really good. You know, I can remember when I was younger and I was in college, and I used to try to, you know, just get everything in order, and I would go to school and they would call me schoolboy. People that I used to hang out with or ride with in the streets. When I would go to church, they would call me choir boy, you know, and it was like, it was like words to like kind of make fun and break me down personally, so that, I don't know, maybe I'll be more so like them, or wouldn't try to change, or wouldn't look for anything better in life, you know. And I don't, well, I'm here and I've done it, and I guess that's all that matters. And now it's time for me to keep pushing forward, because I got a lot of work to do. So I said you will get the good, the bad, and the embarrassing, and today you just seen some of the great. And yet I still have, even though with all the great work you've just seen today, I still have to take care of things like checking in for my weekly check-in for court. So let me call Mr. Kubash so I do not get in trouble. Let's see. What time is it? Monday, 6 a.m. Kubash, Michael Kubash, where are you? Yeah, it's really amazing for me to walk across that stage today.
Welcome to our voicemail system. You have reached the mailbox of 2001. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, press pound or simply hang up.
Yes, this is Roshan once again calling for my weekly check-in. I know you said don't leave any messages, but I have to leave messages when you do not answer. This way, I know that there's a record of me calling to check in, trying to get in contact with you, and I'll try back again in the morning. Thank you. Well, I graduated today, and it don't stop here. This is just a new beginning for me, and I say in about a year and a half to 2 years, I'll be prepping to go in law school, and I plan on getting my law degree, and I want to be one of the best the college have ever seen that ever practiced law. Will they let me practice by the time I graduate with my background, my record? I don't know, but we will see.